Where are you, Victoria? I just got home a second ago, but the lights are all off. I was surprised. Are you out somewhere right now? I bought you some cake, though. Want me to come pick you up? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm not going to go home anymore.
What? What are you talking about?
Did you not read the letter I left on the table?
Yeah, I did read it. I read it, but I didn't really understand, so I'm messaging you right now.
If you didn't understand, please read it till you do understand.
Where are you right now? I'll come pick you up.
You don't have to worry about picking me up.
I saw that you had divorce papers with the letters too. What is that about? I don't have any plans to divorce you.
I don't really care if you don't want to. I'm all for it, so yeah.
You're just saying that. Did you even think about Justin? Justin is only 5 years old. What do you think is gonna happen if we divorce when he's so young?
I'm sure he'll figure it out. It's gotta be better for him than the environment he's in now.
Of course that's not true. A child needs both his parents.
Do you not realize what you did yesterday? Do you just not remember?
I remember. I only remember parts of it though. But I apologized to you this morning.
Is it really something that should be forgiven just because you apologized? You always just drink booze. You even called me a pig yesterday. You were yelling and screaming at me.
I said I'm sorry. I was just a little too drunk yesterday. I don't really remember, but I remember looking for something and I couldn't find it. I feel like I tried to call you for help, but I really don't think of you as a pig or anything like that. I'm really sorry.
I'm tired of being apologized to be honest with you. How much have you apologized? You're basically apologizing every day. You started throwing a tantrum that you couldn't find a cup. Then you said, that pig hid it somewhere. You woke a sleeping Justin and I up just for that. I even had to go apologize to our neighbors. You realize that? They had complained about our noise.
What? Seriously? I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'll quit drinking.
I'm tired of hearing that too. You say that every time. But you never seem to actually go through with it. And I really doubt you remember, but do you remember hitting our son last night?
What? What are you talking about? I would never do such a thing.
I also thought that you would never do such a thing too. But the fact of the matter is you did. That's what I knew and decided. We needed to get a divorce now.
That's not something that we should talk about over some text messages. Please answer your phone. Don't bring up divorcing that easily.
You really think I came to this conclusion that easily? I was thinking about it for a while before figuring out that this was the result.
I'm sorry. I promise I won't cause you any more trouble again. Please. Are you back at your parents' house now?
I'm not going to tell you. I don't plan on telling you where I'm gonna go.
I'm sure you're at your parents' house. Or what? Did you find another man to live with?
What? After dealing with my alcoholic, abusive husband, that's what you're going to say to me? That I might be with another man? You're seriously pushing your limits. I don't ever want to see you again. I'm never gonna let you meet with Justin either.
I'm sorry, I went a little too far there. It's not like I really think you might be having an affair or anything. You just didn't say where you were, so...
It really doesn't matter where I am. We're never going to see each other again.
Of course we have to see each other again. I have to take care of Justin, too.
You realize that you hit him yesterday, right? I don't trust or believe anything you have to say about him.
I promise, I'll give up drinking, seriously. Please. I'll go by your house to pick you up right now. Just hang on. I'm gonna go by train, so it'll take me a second. I'll just use a taxi if that's too long.
Okay, let me ask you this. What are you doing right now?
Huh? I'm texting you from home.
You're drinking, aren't you?
Huh?
You just stood up, thinking there was a camera or something. You were looking around for one, right?
What the hell? Is there a camera?
Of course there's no camera. I can tell what you're gonna do, though. You're coming on the train because you're drinking, right?
I didn't drink. I just figured driving at night wasn't really safe, so...
I see. I agree. Driving at night isn't safe because you're usually drunk. I figured you'd already be drinking. But you don't have to hide it anymore. But if you go to my parents' house in that condition, you're just gonna be showing off what a mess you are. I would suggest you don't do that. For your own good.
You're really starting to piss me off. Then just tell me where the hell you are. I'm gonna get you now.
You're already starting to get drunk, aren't you? You said you wouldn't drink anymore, and here you are, drunk. You're seriously messed up. I could never let you live with my son. I'm sorry.
I told you I'm sorry. I'll pick you up right away. I'm not drunk yet.
See? You do admit to drinking, right?
Are you seriously saying that I shouldn't be drinking in a situation like this? My own wife left my house with my child.
It's your own fault. You're the one looking for reasons to drink. If you really cared about us at all, you wouldn't be drinking in a situation like this.
I didn't drink.
You're already drunk. You don't know what's going on, do you?
One beer isn't gonna make me drunk. I'm gonna come pick you up now. I have no intention of getting a divorce with you. You're at your house, right?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you where I am. I think it's best if I don't see you today anyway. I don't want to meet you when you're drunk. You start calling me names and pig. You even start abusing your own child. I have no idea what you might do to us in your condition now.
I'm sorry. I swear I have thought about everything I've done. Let's just meet at once and talk about everything, okay?
Just so you know, I've recorded everything you said yesterday.
Huh?
I wasn't sure what to do, so I just started recording. I think getting a divorce right now will definitely be in my favor.
What the hell? Why are you recording me?
If you plan on doing anything more than this, I'll be sure to send a copy to your office, too.
If you want to send it, then go ahead and send it. No one will believe you anyway.
I'm sure. At your company, you're a kind-hearted father who takes care of your family. You take care of your wife and raise your child with love. You always try to go home on time so that you can take care of your family. That's the idea you have planted in their minds, right?
Exactly. I have no bad points and you should have no complaints, right? You should be thanking me, to be honest. You're able to live like this because I'm such a great human being.
The reality of it is that you always leave the office on time. Is that you don't actually come home. Go by bars and other places to drink. You always end up coming home really late at night, piss-faced. And then you start getting pissed off at your family for no reason. Even when you do come home early, you just drink your sorrows away at your own home. I know the truth.
What truth?
You drink in your office recently too, don't you?
Huh? I would never do such a thing.
And why is it that the last time you came straight home, you had spilled some kind of booze in your bag?
I drank on my way home.
You can say that and I won't dig any further. But I think that you really have a problem. You should go talk to someone at the hospital.
Shut the hell up! I'm already heading to your parents' home. I'm gonna be there in a second.
I'm not at my parents' house. You understand that, right?
Huh? I knew you were at some other guy's house.
Stop saying that. I don't have another man, so stop assuming things already.
Then where the hell are you? I'm just gonna go to your parents' house for now. I'll be waiting for you. You better hurry up.
I'm at your parents' house right now.
Huh?
I told them about everything up until this point. I told them that we're going to get a divorce too.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to your parents' house, and I'm gonna tell them the truth about you too.
Truth about what?
That you cheated on me with a young man and left the house.
You're seriously going to make up stories now about things that didn't happen?
I know that's what happened. You live on my money, and here you are acting like you're so damn special. I'm gonna tell them everything.
You can say things that never happened. The truth of the matter is that you're just going to be showing off how disgusting of a human you are. And besides, your parents have already agreed and are on my side. They told me that they would pay for damages and also child support.
It's your fault for having an affair, so you pay for all that crap. I'm gonna raise Justin.
All right, you're not gonna listen. I think you're already pretty drunk, but I'm going to go back to my parents' house with your parents, just to give you a heads up. I hope you really have a chance to regret everything you've done to us. By the time Victoria got to her parents' house with Ray's parents in tow, a blackout drunk Ray was at her parents' house already making a ruckus with Victoria's parents. Their parents actually lived close to each other, so they were able to help each other out, but Ray saw his parents and snapped out of it. He was taken away by his parents. The whole divorce is going smoothly with her parents working out the details. Victoria never did send the recordings to Ray's office, but Ray's alcoholism continued to worsen and he was caught drinking on the job. He ended up getting fired anyway. He's now at home, going through rehab.
Sarah, about what we discussed last night. Have you come to a decision?
You mean whether I want to move into your parents' place and live under the same roof as them?
Yes. I'd be happy if you could decide as soon as possible. You don't mind living with my parents, do you?
Do you really want me to? You meant everything that you said yesterday, right?
What do you mean by that?
You expect me to look after our children and also your parents at the same time, right?
Yes, that's what I'm asking. I'll be living in this house on my own once you and the kids move out, so it won't be easy for me either. I'll work twice as hard so that when we get to see each other again, we can spend a lot of quality time together.
So you're not even gonna ask me how I feel about this?
Well, you're a housewife and you don't have a job. I can't go take care of my parents because of work. You're the only one that I can ask. My parents would really appreciate it if you went and helped them.
I didn't know that you felt that way. It won't be easy living in a house that's not mine.
Why is that? All you do is cook and clean. Does it matter where you live?
Our son is in middle school and he's getting ready to take his high school entrance exams. It's not going to be easy for him to change schools now. And your parents live in the countryside. I don't think the level of education is the same there.
Is studying the most important thing in life? There's a lot you can learn by living in the countryside.
And you're telling me this now, when Aaron is getting ready for his exams? You're the one that wanted Aaron to go to a private high school. You said you weren't happy with the education that you got, and so you wanted better for your kids. Isn't that why we put them in cram school from when they were in elementary school? That's why we push our kids to do well in school, right? It's the same for Rhea. Why do you want to suddenly change the way we bring up our children?
I didn't mean it like that. I feel like you're always telling the kids to study more. It also feels like you're indirectly saying that I'm not good enough because I didn't go to a good university. But when I think about it, education isn't everything. I mean, I have a great job. I live a happy life.
Why are you telling me this now? Don't mess with the future of your children just because you had a change in heart. I also don't think that studying is the most important thing in life, but Rhea enjoys it. She studies without being told to do so. Aaron's also been studying really hard to get into the high school of his choice. You can't take that away from them.
Maybe they're only studying hard to please you. They may not enjoy studying as much as you think they do.
What do you mean by that?
They may feel the pressure to succeed from their overbearing mother.
How dare you say that to me? Do you know how selfish you're being right now? You're using work as an excuse not to take care of your parents. You're making me take on all the burden.
I'm being selfish here? I'm just thinking about what's best for my parents. If anything, you're the selfish one.
I'm selfish. I can't believe the words coming out of your mouth.
Well, you're the one that's saying that you don't want to move to the countryside. I think you're being selfish. You're making this about the kids, but it's not. You just don't want to take care of my parents.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that it'll be really hard for the kids and I to live in the countryside where there's practically nothing but rice fields. They only have one high school in town. It's so different to our life here. And anyone can get into that school. Don't you think that Aaron would want to go to a school that is more challenging?
We still have a year before Aaron starts high school. I'm sure that he can get used to the idea of going to a school in the countryside if we give him some time.
We already spoke to Aaron and he tells me that he wants to stay here and go to the high school that he's been studying for. Can't Aaron live with you? I'll take Ria with me.
I can't.
Why not?
I can't work and also take care of my son at the same time.
Aaron's grown up. He can take care of himself. What's the problem here?
You're the housewife. It's your responsibility to live with the kids. I bring in the money and you take care of the house. That's how it works.
I see. I get it now.
You understand now, right?
I understand now that you have no intention of trying to see things from my perspective.
Oh, why'd you have to say it like that? So, you agreed to move in with my parents, right? Think about my poor parents. My mom isn't well, but she still needs to take care of my dad on her own. It's too much for her.
I understand that things are very hard for your mother. It's not easy living with someone that has dementia.
That's right. You get it then. Have we come to a mutual decision?
How come you won't move with us?
Well, it's easier for me to commute to work from this house. But I'll make sure to send you all the money that you need. Isn't that good enough for you?
It's not just about the money, you know. For you, work is important, but for our kids, their life here is just as important. Why is it so easy for you to ask the kids to give up their dreams while you're so hesitant to change your life for your family?
Of course I think about my children's happiness too. But I need you to take care of my parents. That's what's important right now.
Why can't your brother's family help out? They live closer to your parents than we do. And your sister's only a 30-minute drive from your parents' place. I'm sure that she can help too. We live the furthest. We need to take a train and an airplane to get to your parents' place. Why were we chosen to live with your parents? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's because everybody besides you has a job. You have the most time on your hands.
Why does everyone seem to think that a housewife does nothing all day long? Raising 2 kids on my own isn't an easy thing to do.
How many times do I have to tell you this? I'm busy with work. I don't have time to look after the kids. I don't know how to raise children, and Ria is still in elementary school. She's young, so she needs a mother by her side. Could you please start getting ready to move in with my parents? This conversation is going nowhere.
So you're not even going to try and understand how I feel about this. Seems like I'm the only one that actually cares about our kids.
Well, you aren't thinking about my parents. So, doesn't that make you selfish?
Your parents are important, but what about us? We're your family too. I'm really turned off by you right now. But I'm tired of arguing, so...
So you agree to move then?
Well, I have no choice, it seems. I'll start packing.
This is for the best.
There's one thing that I want to ask you. Is there a reason why you're so keen on living by yourself?
There's no reason, just work. Of course I want to move with you, but my parents' place is too far from my workplace. I can't just move, I have a job. I can't quit my job because I have responsibilities. I'm the breadwinner of this family.
I see. So there's no other reason then. You're not trying to get rid of us?
Of course not!
I just don't understand why it would be a problem for you to have Aaron live with you. Aaron can take care of himself so he wouldn't be a burden to you.
I just feel that the children will be happier with you. I have no experience taking care of them.
How do you plan on living by yourself if you can't take care of your own children?
Well, I'm an adult, so I can take care of myself. That won't be a problem. I don't have to worry about cooking if it's just me.
Aaron's not a picky eater. Can't he just eat the same thing as you?
He's still a child, and I'm not that confident that I'll be able to feed him anything healthy.
I can see that you really want all three of us to move out. It's clear to me now.
I never said that I wanted you guys to move out. It's for my parents. It's good to have their grandchildren around. Don't make me look like the bad guy here.
I guess this is working out really well for you.
What do you mean by that?
You're using your parents as an excuse to kick us out of the house. You get to spend your time how you want and you don't even need to take care of your parents. But you get to feel good about what you're doing because you're sending me to take care of them instead. As long as you can send me money to live off, you can do whatever you want with the remaining money.
Oh, can you stop being so negative about everything? We've come to a decision, haven't we?
We have. I'm ready to go. I've finished packing. Please send me the child support payments in one lump sum this week. I'll ask you to send me anything else that I need later on. I'm leaving the house now.
Aren't the kids still at school? Aren't you gonna wait until I come home tonight? Also, what about all the relocation procedures?
Actually, I'm not taking the kids out of their schools, so there's no need for me to do anything about that.
What do you mean? You're leaving the kids with me?
I'm taking them with me. We're moving out and going to my parents' place.
Huh? What's going on here?
I'm sick and tired of being married to a selfish man like you. I'm leaving you. You should think more about your family and parents and not always about what works best for you. Goodbye. Sarah's parents lived about 30 minutes away from where Sarah and Ryan lived, so it was easy for her to move out and take the kids with her to their grandparents' place. Ryan didn't seem too concerned that his wife had left him, but when Sarah's father heard about what had happened between the two of them, he visited Ryan without telling Sarah. When he arrived at Ryan's place, he saw that Ryan was living with his lover. In the end, Sarah divorced Ryan and they are talking with their lawyers about the amount of alimony that should be paid to Sarah. It seems that Ryan didn't care about his parents or his family after all.